Our farm ranch was homesteaded in 1885, and we are the fourth generation farmer ranchers to be living out here on this land. My great-grandfather and grandmother, Rudolph and Ursula Buckley, they came here from Kerr, Switzerland. They arrived in Chicago, Illinois in 1883, and he worked there for a couple years until they made their way to what was called Dakota Territory, and which is called Hebron today. And they came in on a train, and they walked out to this site, and they had with them they brought stock lumber, machinery, horses, and cattle, and they settled here on Section 10, 13890, which our farm is on today.
Your grandpa Rudolph was an excellent marksman back in Switzerland, and he won several medals for his marksmanship. So that's kind of a cool thing to know about him.
And when they moved out here, he was a dyer by trade, and they had 6 children. Ursula, great-grandma, died when she was 36 years old, and he continued to live out here and farm and ranch with his 6 children until he died in 1918.
Let's see, your grandma died at an early age of 36 from rheumatoid arthritis. Great-grandma, and the only time that she had relief was during the months that she was pregnant.
So after he died in 1918, my grandpa, Ulrich Buckley, began farming and ranching, and that was in 1918. He married Marie Newman, my grandma, and they lived and worked out here until they retired in 1948. They lived through the flu epidemic, the stock market crash, the Great Depression of the 30s. He said that during World War I there were shortages and rationing that was hard to live through. And then they had the death of their daughter Esther. He was a progressive farmer. He added rural electrification when it was available, and he always was getting new equipment for farming. And more so than farming, he loved to break horses and work with cattle.
And your dad, Wilbert, began farming and ranching in 1948, and he married his wife May Metzger in 1950, and they raised 3 daughters, one of which is my wife here, Brenda. And they saw many changes from getting electricity in the early 50s to complete mechanization of farming operation. They also faced many challenges and had many joys. He loved working with cattle and horses, and in 1974 he semi-retired. And at that time his brother Myron and Darlene and their family moved out here and farmed until 1979 when we moved out here.
And so when Lyle and I moved out here in 1979, we raised 4 children out here. We also faced many hardships and challenges just to go along with farming, the weather, the commodities that you always had to work around. But we also had much happiness and made many memories. And we retired from farming in April of 2018, right?
2018, yeah.
And we still live out here today, rent out our land. So our Buckley Farm and Ranch homestead started in 1885 and is still owned by our family today.
Yeah, this farm and ranch has been in the family for many years, and it's been through a lot of good times and bad times, and but through it all, God has brought us through and made us much stronger in our faith, and because we just have to trust and rely on Him, for everything, and He surely has blessed us with a wonderful life.